Hi, this is Terry Rose. There's been some comments going back and forth on my YouTube channel, so I just wanted to make a quick video to address that question. It's really was about after I went through the tunnel and came out into that place of light, and the last question was about if God initiated for me to come back into my body and come back to Earth, or if I did. And what I would like to say, I mean, all of this is always hard to really explain because things just happen that were not in words. But what I would say is that I definitely felt like I was being asked if I wanted to come back. But if I would have said no, I'm not sure what really would have happened. I didn't say no because obviously from what I was shown, I had to change my ways before I could actually stay in that blissful state that I was in. So maybe if I'd have said that, that I did want to stay, maybe I would have had to go to some other plane of existence to learn. But I felt that coming back here was the place that I could do it the best and the fastest. And it was like I always described it as begging to come back. And it was just that I say that because it was such an emotional time of looking at my life and understanding the way that I was acting and seeing that acting that way was just so different than this great being of light and love that I stood in the presence of, seeing the vibration and the energy that was there and being able to feel one with that. But at the same time, in a strange way, as I watched my life review, I really felt it. I had to live these experiences, and that's the part that is really, really difficult to explain and to have gone through. I had some pretty horrible things that happened as a young teen, and that's what made me act out, as they say. But still, I saw that I was still responsible for my actions. I didn't need to be punished. I just needed to do better. What I had to watch was punishment enough, and that's the only thing that really scares me, is having to relive that bad stuff like I did in that life review. That's why I've worked so hard at creating a different person inside, so that I can feel different and that I can put out other kinds of energy, because it's absolutely shown that our frequency of energy, it impacts other people. Our brain waves can even be measured in somebody else's brain waves that we're dealing with and focused on. So, when you have a conversation, if you're both wired up, I mean, I've seen those studies, your brain waves are in their brain. So we really are impacting each other. So that's why I use the techniques. I spent a lot of years looking for ways to change myself, and there are a lot of different things that you can do. So now I have techniques that I use to help me, and that's what I teach other people to do in my coaching programs. But I also have a lot of free stuff, like I have free webinars, and sometimes I just have teleseminars or invite people onto phone calls to ask questions and talk about things, or to teach some of these things. And I'm constantly reading, learning, studying, taking more training, and I don't hold anything back whenever I can help somebody, as long as I'm in a position to. Unfortunately, we're not in that place where things just materialize and you don't have bills and you don't have things to take care of. I have responsibilities, and I have to work and have an income, but beyond that, everything I do is to help people. I just feel it's so important that we are in charge of our emotions instead of letting anger and just feelings and emotions like that drive actions. And that's what happens. There's so much anger in the world, and people are just so explosive with their temperaments. And then the media makes a big deal out of it. And there's more fear energy, and that's what causes the problems. And the solution is actually being able to feel emotions like gratitude and appreciation and things like that. And that's not always easy when you've been hurt. Believe me, I know that. But the more you practice the techniques that I talk about, that is the more you will be able to have control over yourself. And then when you have control over yourself, you can use your energy and focus on intentions and accomplishing goals and helping other people and raising up your life and other people's lives. And that raises up the world. So that's why it's so important to have control, to pay attention to what you're feeling, And if you are not feeling something that you feel is going to help yourself, your health, your energy, help the people around you just because you're spewing out that negative energy, then use techniques. I mean, even mindfulness training, mindfulness, just being mindful, focusing on your breathing, that actually changes your brain. And there are simple techniques that you can do like that. Just sit down, make a goal to focus on your breathing for even 5 minutes. When your mind wanders away, you notice it and you bring it back. You don't beat yourself up because you didn't do what you said. You just continue to bring yourself back, and by bringing your attention back, that actually literally changes the structure of your brain. So these are the things that I like to help people with and teach, and that I talk about and write articles about and compile information about. So if you are interested, I mean, just come to my website. I've been working more on my whatdyingtaughtme.com website and putting things on there. So I always have a lot of free giveaways. I have a free care package I'm giving away right now, but things always change. So if you happen to come to my whatdyingtaughtme.com site in the near future, I probably will have that care package on there, and it's some instructions and some things that I'm just giving away to help you be able to do these processes, the same things that I do. And you may have to work at it a little bit and practice them first of all, but the results are amazing. So that's what I feel like. I was sent back here to learn these things, and now that I don't want to take them with me. I want to do as much as I can to help other people while I'm here, because it really does make a difference. So if you'd like to, stop by whatdyingtaughtme.com or any of my other sites. I have different sites and information. If you run into it anywhere, just check it out and see what I'm offering there and put it to use.